So I'm back, my Amazon lovers. Same day. Just a little bit later. I always want to tell y'all about things as far as people that we need to just work on. And y'all always know I'm big on trying to improve myself. Like I came from a messed up background. I ain't gonna must curse. I'm about to curse. I came from a messed up background. I came from a lot of self destruct. I came from, you know, a parent that was on drugs bad. Um, I came and I saw a lot of abuse and stuff in the household. I came from a lot of stuff that I felt like I shouldn't have been exposed to, but I was, you know, and I lived through a lot of trauma I had coming up and things I saw growing up in certain places. And I just thank God that I don't look like what I've been through and what I saw, you know? And as people, we go through things, we live certain lives, and some of us, we overconquer it, and some of us, it stays stuck with. You know, trauma follow us even as adults. And childhood trauma plays a big role, especially if we don't get healing and we don't come to a part in life where we deal with closure, and forgiveness. And as me growing up as a child, growing up to seeing abuse go on in my house, seeing drugs go on in my house, seeing people around the neighborhood get shot up close and personal, um, just a lot of stuff, certain children shouldn't get exposed to, but we got exposed to it, and just thanking God for the over conquering certain things in my life and being better than what I grew up and going against the odds, of, what they say you wasn't gonna be, what you wasn't gonna do, and all that stuff, what you wasn't gonna stop doing, what you wasn't gonna be, going against everything that was pronounced over you as a child, as an adult, from family, from friends, even your own parents. And I always tell people what other people reflect on your life doesn't define you as a person. Only you define you. You know how many people told me what I wasn't gonna be, what I wasn't gonna do. Especially when I used to model. I used to be an adult model. When I used to model, people were like, "Oh, you ain't gonna stop there. You making this type of money. You doing this." Woo, man, I don't care about that. I care about change. I care about growth. I care about being better than who I used to be. I used to go to the club all the time. I tell you this. I used to be a street runner, baby. You hear me? A real street runner. And you couldn't tell me today I was gonna be a homebody. You could never tell me I was gonna be a homebody. You could never be like, girl, one day you gonna be like, you good on them streets. You gonna be a homebody. You gonna love being at home. You gonna love cleaning up, taking care of your little baby and all that. You could not tell me that because I was a person that ran the streets. I loved it. I loved it. I felt like I was missing something if I stayed home. I had to get the liquor. I was tweaking for it. I'm like, oh, I feel like I just want to get drunk today. But all that was just fun. It was fun. It was exciting. It's not exciting for me no more. I didn't overconquer that, but I do remember a long time ago, probably in my late 20s, I prayed and I told God, remove that from me. I don't want to feel like when I get up in age, I still tweak for the club. I still want to tweak for liquor, and I still have a taste for it, and I still want to go out. Ain't nothing wrong with going out, you know. But I didn't want that for myself. I didn't want to feel like that was something I needed because I was so caught up in the street life, and a lot of stuff I got exposed to came from me being in the streets. And I just thank God for growth. I thank God for allowing and knowing I was going to grow and allowing me to go through certain things that taught me certain things. Because I always tell people life teaches you things, but you have to pay attention to what the lesson that's being taught. You know, sometimes we make mistakes and we keep going through the test because we did not learn from it. So you got obstacles in your life that you keep repeating because you didn't learn when the test was brought to you. So now the test gotta come back and then you gotta retake the test because you didn't learn the lesson that was given to you, that was getting taught to you. And that's how life is sometimes. Sometimes God needs you to grow in them areas and you didn't understand the test that you was getting put through. You didn't learn from the test. So you got to get put back in position and retake the test. And sometimes it's bittersweet because sometimes some people never actually pay attention or even learn the test. They keep failing. Why I keep failing? Because you're not paying attention. You're not learning. You're not open minded. You're not letting go of certain things he needs you to let go in your life. You're still holding on to certain people he told you let go of. You still want to drink this liquor when he told you let go of that liquor. You still want the nightlife when he trying to put you in the business life. It's certain things that we as people have to learn and pay attention to certain things that's being brought to us. And if we don't pay attention, when we don't learn a lesson, we fail the test. You know, so I always tell people just pay attention. Don't let life get you bitter. Life is not something, life is beautiful. It's an experience. And you only got one life. Don't walk through life being unhappy, letting other people steal your joy. Anything that was not of me that I did not like, that I did not care for, people that showed me they wasn't my friends, people who showed me they wasn't for me, family who showed me they wasn't for me, I sat up there, I prayed about it, and I let it go. Anything I was connected to that I felt some type of way about and I had love for it, or people I really cared about, I always went to God. So anything that I cut off of my life, gotta know I spoke to God about you first before I cut you off. Everything that said they're your friend ain't your friend. Everybody that's a family member ain't genuine, even if they're family. Family get jealous of you too. They're like enemies and friends, you know? And I just tell people, pay attention. Pay attention to how people treat you when they talk to you, how they treat you when they mad with you. Do they dog you out? Do they speak down on you? Because one thing I always learn about people, right? I'm not perfect neither, because I say stuff about people too. But when a person mad at you, or they drunk, or they just feel some type of way about you, period, listen to that mouth. Because the heart speaks through the mouth. So when they say things like, oh, you this, you that, this person ain't woo woo woo, you hear me? You hear me? When they say all that, that's how they really feel deep down about you. A lot of my people I used to keep around me got exposed because I listened to what they said about me when we was on bad terms, when we wasn't speaking, because when you're not talking, or they gonna always run their mouth to whoever that's a listening ear to them. Oh, this person woo woo woo, and you know that person don't know me, so they gonna be like, oh yeah, damn, she ain't shit. Woo, ooh, she did you like that. That's how it be, that victimized shit, people play. But there's always two sides to a story. And people like to talk bad and talk down. But see, a genuine person, they'll just let you have that and they'll be like, you got that, and I'll let you cool off. Or even if y'all never talk again, they ain't never got nothing bad about you because that's the type of love they had for you. They ain't gonna dish you because they know how they mess with you. They're just gonna be like, now, me and this person ain't speaking right now. Man, woo woo woo. But when you have hate in your heart or jealousy or whatever the situation is, it's always them talking down on you or talking bad about you. If you with somebody, I bet you ain't gotta diss them. You ain't gotta show no hate towards them or be like woo woo or wish them bad or even talk down about their situations. I never understood how people say they pray for people, but soon as bad times come, they dissing them. They dissing their lifestyle. They dissing how they move, how they dress. They dissing what type of person he is. But you were just in that person's face. What his energy was when you was cool with this person. Because if you feel so much hate, bitterness, or however you feel about that, you should have never been fucking with that. You know? That's fake. You should have never been like, yeah, with that. You know what I'm talking about? That's fake. I'm sorry for cursing y'all. But you should have never been messing with that. That's fake. So I always tell people, watch and listen to what people say. And then how they treat you plays a big part too. Because sometimes people good at pretending, you know, but people actions speak a lot, you know. And I just tell people, just watch what you keep around you. If it's not genuine, get it from around you. Anybody can say they care for you. Anybody can say they love you. But when you really need them, is they there? Do they speak God into you? Do they check up on you when things going wrong? Do they be like, oh dang, such and such, let me look out for them, boo boo. You shouldn't have to tell people to look out for you. And don't look for the love that you give out to people. You have to allow people to show who they are. Because I think a lot of people mess up when they look for the love that they give out and they want that same love back. Everybody don't think and move like you, so they're not gonna respond how you will respond. But give them a chance to show that they good to you. And even if like they don't show the same love, everybody love different. Everybody love language is different. So you just have to just see what they give, and it's all on you as you're willing to take what they give. I didn't I didn't been there for a lot of people, and um I didn't help like 3 men out when they didn't have nothing, and it was the love I had for them that made me want to help them. And I'm not a gold digger. I'm not a person that's all about money because I'm not selfish. But I don't want a man who's not trying to, build himself up as a man because I can't build him up. He have to build himself up. But I can be there to support him. And I didn't help 3 people out, and I remember these same 3 people once they got back on their feet or whatever, they helped people who wasn't there for them out. You know, they turned their back on me like I didn't do nothing. All 3. But that just gonna show me that everybody don't have the same heart. And when I was in a messed up position, nobody did that for me. What I did for them, especially those 3 people, they didn't say, "Hey, cat dog, you need some," or even show what I showed them back in return. They showed other women that turned their back on them more love than they showed me, the person who was there for them when they was down. And it's cool, you know. I would never regret what I did for them, because I thank God for putting me in that position when they needed help to help them, you know, even though I didn't get the same love back in return. And would I do it again if they needed me? If God had put me in a position where I had it to help them, yes. Sometimes God tests us and just see if we're gonna help the same people that messed over us. Will we be there to help them again if they ever fall again? Because sometimes God place people back in your life just to see how you're gonna treat them same people that hurted you. And one thing you don't want to do is miss your blessings by being spiteful or being on some revenge stuff, because God is vengeance, not us. And I had to learn that myself. So you continue to progress, continue to work on yourself, continue to be better. Let people talk, they're going to talk. And guess what? On your way of elevation in life, you're going to lose some people. You're going to lose some people because one thing I learned about life too, sometimes we attract the same spirits. This is just in different people. So you probably had that drinking buddy that you was cool with, that drunk with you, like, oh, let's go get a drink, woo woo. But when you become better and elevate yourself to be better, that same drinking partner not gonna look at you the same way no more, because they don't have nothing, y'all don't have nothing in common except for drinking. You know, y'all can drink, talk stuff, but who they gonna drink with and talk stuff with now? Cause you wanna sober up and get your life together. So y'all ain't gonna connect no more because you can't drink with that person no more. And that's how life be. So don't take things so personal when people don't do your same love language. When people don't have your love language, it's okay. When people try to down talk you cause y'all not cool or y'all on bad terms, it's okay. Ask them what that same energy was when they were smiling and grinning in your face, or they claim they had love for you, or they love you so much. People show real true colors on Mad Day. Just allow people to expose who they is, and don't take it so personal. Just know and be happy that you don't mess with that type of energy no more, because you don't want nothing that's fake around you. So keep growing, keep bettering yourself, keep being a better person. Don't allow people to change who you are. You change for the better. You don't reflect your actions and your growth based off other people. And don't look for yourself within other people. Keep finding yourself within. See what your inner strength is. But continue to grow. You know? Life is about changing and growing. But I love y'all. I got another one for y'all later, but y'all know I'm going to always speak life into you. I'm always going to tell you about my situation, my real life, and how I grow and what helps me. So continue to grow. I love y'all. Continue to research yourself. Even if you got to isolate yourself, it's all about growing and learning. I love y'all. Have a blessed one, my babies. Thank you, my Amazon lovers, for paying attention and listening to me and just talking and you know, just growing as people, because you don't never want to stay stuck in the same place. You always want to grow and elevate. So I love y'all, my Amazon lovers. Stay blessed. Always.